Now, the murder of rapper eNCA at Durban's Florida Road has highlighted just how dangerous the city streets are. In response to the high levels of crime there, Durban is now taking action by launching the Open Streets Florida Road pilot today. It's putting pedestrians at the center of the safety project, and results of the pilot will be used to enhance its possible rollout in other parts of the city. Our senior reporter Dasen Thathiah has more on this story.
Durban's trendy Florida Road has been in the news for all the wrong reasons recently, but now the eThekwini municipality is trying something different. This is called the Open Streets concept. It's a pilot, and as you can see, it's not often that we get to do this. We're walking down the center of Florida Road, and that's because the road's been closed off. A number of stalls have been put up. There's a jumping castle for kids. There are lots of activities, and all of this, the city says, is to ensure that it attracts people to one of the main and most popular streets in Durban. In fact, let me go over here to one of these stall holders. Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
I'm Dasen with eNCA. I just want to find out, how are you enjoying this open streets concept so far?
It was very nice, except for the weather. That's a downer, but other than that, it's amazing. It's the first time that we're here, and I'm glad. I hope they have it again.
Do you normally have a stall elsewhere?
Yes, we go to quite a few other flea markets as well.
Okay, well, all the best. Hope business is good today. As you said there, the rain has threatened to dampen spirits a little bit, but despite that, there are people that have turned up, lots of kids around, because there is a family-orientated atmosphere. The shops still remained open. And over here is Tami Manyati, who's with the eThekwini Transport Authority, and some of the young cyclists. So this is essentially their project. Mr. Manyati, if I can get in a word here. I know that this is your project under your department, really one of the main stakeholders in this. Where did this come from?
Well, look, it's part of our program, look, as a city, to have a look at sustainable city, contribute to the fight against climate change effect. And for us as transport, we are seen as one of the main culprits in terms of the impacts on the environment. But equally, we are expected to participate and be active in dealing with those impacts. So pedestrianization of some of the streets in the city, putting down lanes for people that are walking or cycling, is part of the strategy that we're wanting to implement. And today's event's really about testing out the concept of pedestrianization, because whilst it may be wonderful for some of us that do cycle and those that are walking.
I see you in your gear and you're ready.
but look, for the business community that are located on different parts of the city, pedestrianization is always viewed cautiously.
Was there any resistance to this concept here on Florida Road?
I wouldn't say resistance per se, but there were concerns that were registered, to say, hey, it might impact on the business for today. It also being toward the end of the month, they usually see a lot of business, around this time of the month. But the experience elsewhere in the world has been that once you pedestrianize, actually businesses do better.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that that's going to be part of the experience for today. But in any event, whatever lessons we pick up in the course of the events today, we're going to look to register, analyze, and then factor into the program as we move forward, because we're wanting to go to different parts of the city as well.
And that's where I wanted to go with this. Let's not jump the gun, because you said it is a pilot, but potentially, which other areas are you looking at in the city that would be conducive to this type of thing?
Look, the inner city is a big one for us, because there are a lot of activities to revive the inner city, to bring about cleanliness in the city. Again, from the transport's point of view, There's a lot of public transport, minibus taxis and so on that add to the congestion in the inner city. So definitely pedestrianization of some of the streets in the inner city is going to be one of the activities that we embark on. But we, as you can see with me here, are members of the Go Durban Academy. So we are already in different communities in Guamashu, Wentworth, Konobia, Inanda, Claremont, Quartabeka, and Chesterville. And around those communities, we're going to be taking the concept there as well.
Yeah.
So that it's not only in the built-up commercial area where we stage these, but look in the communities as well, because there are different issues there, especially around safety that we want to highlight.
It feels like you're reading my mind, because that was going to be my closing question to you, that especially as you take this concept around different parts of Durban, what assurance do you give patrons or residents that are coming through that in fact they will be able to walk freely? It's sometimes a foreign concept for people that are used to going to malls. How safe are visitors?
In terms of today, we've got a full strength. It's not only Metropolis that are here, but we've got extra security and so on that is here. But the long-term objective really is about having the communities taking back the streets. I think that is where it's at. We can't have a situation where people are afraid, to walk in the streets, are afraid to even, reach out to their neighbors. When we grew up, the community was where it's at. As we go to different communities, that is going to be the key messages. It's not only about just making sure that there's a reduced traffic impact, but it's having those communities themselves participate in ensuring that members are safe.
Thank you for your time, Thami Manyati. I appreciate it, and all the best with the project. So this is apparently what would be the start of several such events across the city, but ultimately it will all depend on the feedback that is received after this one is completed. I'm Dasen Thathiah in Durban.